Washington, April 14, 1865. The war is ending. The city is celebrating. Inside Ford's Theater, people are laughing. The play is light. No one expects anything to go wrong. Abraham Lincoln sits above the crowd in a private box. Tired, quiet. For once, not thinking about war. From below, he looks completely safe. But he isn't. There are no metal detectors, no armed perimeter, no trained presidential unit. The Secret Service doesn't even exist yet. The only man assigned to guard the president is not at his post. And somewhere inside the building, someone already knows that. A man moves through the theater without being stopped. He doesn't need to force anything. No one questions him. He is getting closer with every step, and no one is watching him. By the time anyone realizes what is happening, it's already too late. This attack didn't require a complex plan. It worked because of simple mistakes. Lincoln's visit was announced in advance. Newspapers printed it in the morning. People knew the location, the time, even the exact box where he would sit. The theater itself made things worse. The presidential box was easy to reach from behind. A narrow corridor, one door, no real barrier. The man assigned to guard that door was a police officer named John Parker. During the performance, he left. He walked away from his position and went to a nearby bar. At that exact time, John Wilkes Booth entered the theater. He was not a stranger. He was a well-known actor. People recognized him. No one stopped him. He moved through the building calmly. No resistance, no questions. In his pocket was a small, single-shot .44 caliber Derringer. One bullet. That's all he had. And that was enough, because by the time he reached the door behind Lincoln, there was no one left to stop him. Booth reaches the corridor behind the presidential box. This part of the theater is almost empty. The noise from the stage carries through the walls. Laughter, voices, movement. The play is running exactly as expected. Earlier that day, Booth had already been here. He drilled a small hole in the door, just enough to look inside. Now he leans slightly forward and looks through it. He can see Lincoln sitting in a wooden rocking chair, relaxed, leaning toward the stage, completely unaware. Booth steps back. Everything is in position. He places a wooden bar behind the door, locking it from the inside. Once he enters, no one will be able to get in quickly, not even a guard. There is still no one in the corridor. No interruption, no resistance. He opens the door slowly, steps inside, and closes it behind him. Booth doesn't fire immediately. He waits. There is a specific line in the play, one that always gets a strong reaction. It comes. The actor delivers it. The audience explodes in laughter. That's the moment. Booth steps forward, raises the Derringer. At this distance, there is no need to aim for long. He fires. The sound cuts through the laughter. Sharp, close, unnatural. For a split second, people don't understand it. Inside the box, Lincoln's head moves slightly forward. The bullet enters behind his ear and lodges deep inside, stopping near his right eye. He doesn't react. Major Henry Rathbone turns toward Booth, disoriented. The space fills instantly with thick gunpowder smoke. Visibility drops. Rathbone lunges forward anyway. Booth is already moving. He drops the pistol and pulls out a large knife. The strike is fast and violent. The blade cuts deep into Rathbone's arm, down to the bone. Blood spreads immediately. The struggle lasts only seconds. By the time the smoke begins to clear, everything has already changed. Booth moves to the edge of the box. Below him, the stage. Around 12 feet down, he jumps. Mid-air, something catches. His spur hooks into the decorations, near the flag and the portrait of George Washington. His body twists. The landing goes wrong. He hits the stage hard. A sharp crack follows. His leg is broken. People hear it, but they still don't understand what they're seeing. A man just dropped from the presidential box, knife in hand. For a moment, the audience stays still. It looks unreal, like part of the performance. Then Mary Todd Lincoln screams. That sound cuts through everything. Now the illusion breaks. Booth pushes himself up, barely steady, raises the knife, and shouts, "Sic semper tyrannis." The words echo across the theater. Panic begins. Actors freeze. Some step back. Others stare in shock. Booth starts moving across the stage, limping, fast enough to escape, slow enough to be seen, and within seconds, he disappears behind the curtain. Inside the box, everything is different now. Lincoln is still in the rocking chair. His head has fallen back, eyes closed. No movement. The air is thick, gunpowder and perfume. People are shouting. Some try to help, others freeze. Then a young man pushes forward. Charles Leal, Army doctor, 23 years old. Moments ago, he was just another spectator. Now he climbs into the box. He checks the pulse. Weak, but present. At first, he suspects a stab wound. Then he finds the real injury, a small opening behind the ear. He leans closer, carefully inserts his finger into the wound. He feels pressure. A clot. He removes it. Immediately, Lincoln's breathing changes. Slow, unstable, but returning. That single action relieves pressure on the brain. It buys time, minutes, maybe hours. Without it, death would have been immediate. Leal understands what he is seeing. The damage is too severe. He looks at the others and speaks, quietly, clearly. His wound is mortal. They don't take Lincoln to a hospital. There isn't one close enough. Instead, they carry him across the street, into a small boarding house, the Peterson House. Inside, the room is tight, low ceiling, bare walls. Lincoln is 6'4", too tall for the bed. They lay him diagonally. His legs don't fit. His body feels out of place in the small room. A dying giant, in a space too small for him. His head rests back, eyes closed. No response. Outside, the weather changes. Rain begins to fall. Cold, steady. It hits the windows. Soft at first, then constant. Inside, no one speaks loudly. Doctors stay close, watching, waiting. Some hold his hand. There is nothing else they can do. He never regains consciousness. Hours pass. The breathing continues. Slow, uneven, each one weaker than the last. And everyone in that room understands. This is only going one way. Morning comes. The room feels heavier. Lincoln's face is pale now. The breathing changes, a harsh, irregular sound, then pauses. Longer each time. People watch closely. No one moves. At 7:22 a.m., the breathing stops. The pulse is gone. Silence. For a few seconds, no one speaks. Stanton steps closer. He gently closes Lincoln's eyes, removes his hat, and says, "Now he belongs to the ages." The words stay in the room. Outside, the news spreads. The president is dead. It is Good Friday. For many, that matters. Not just a leader, a martyr, a symbol, but the loss is not only personal, not only emotional, because Lincoln was the one shaping what came next. Reconstruction, reunion, a fragile peace. And in a single night, that future changed. So the real question is, did Booth kill only a man, or the only chance for a different ending to the war? Booth didn't act alone. That night was meant to be something much bigger. The plan was to strike the entire government at once. Lincoln was only one target. Vice President Andrew Johnson was supposed to be killed. Secretary of State William Seward was attacked in his own home. A man broke into his bedroom and stabbed him repeatedly. Seward survived, only because he was wearing a metal brace on his neck from an earlier injury. Without it, he would have died. The plan was collapsing in real time. Booth escapes the city with a broken leg, moving slowly, hiding during the day, traveling at night. At one point, he reaches a doctor, Samuel Mudd. Mudd sets the broken bone. That decision will cost him everything. He will later be arrested and sentenced to life in prison. During those days, Booth writes in a small diary. He reads newspapers. He expects praise, recognition. Instead, he sees something else. Coward, assassin, madman. The country is not celebrating him, it is rejecting him. For the first time, he realizes how wrong he was. Booth is found in a tobacco barn in Virginia, surrounded, no escape. Soldiers shout for him to surrender. He refuses. The barn is set on fire. Flames rise. Smoke fills the space. Heat builds. Fast. Inside, Booth is trapped. He moves, trying to find a way out. There is none. Then, a shot. Boston Corbett, a soldier. He fires without orders. Later, he will say, God told him to do it. The bullet hits Booth in the neck. It cuts through the spine. He drops instantly, paralyzed, still alive. He cannot move. Hours pass. He looks at his hands, trying to move them. Nothing. No response. The man who wanted to be remembered cannot even move his fingers. His voice is weak, barely audible. Useless, useless. Those are his last words. By morning, he is dead. But the impact remains, because that single shot in the theater didn't just kill a president, it changed the future. Reconstruction lost its direction, the country lost its balance, and the division never truly healed. So the real question is, was history changed by one man, or by one moment no one stopped? And one more thing. What do you think? Would America be different today if Booth had missed?